Baby, how y'all doing today? Well, baby, if your name is Kylie Jenner, this Timothee breakup or I don't know, and humiliation has got you in your feelings so much for people are saying that Kylie is asking her mama to step in. Now I know what you're saying. What the heck is Kris Jenner gonna do to Timothee Chalamet to make him play daddy to Kylie's ready-made family? Well, guess what? I got two words: Jeff Bezos. Another three words: future movie projects. Another four words: no one leaves the brand. Y'all, what am I talking about? There's an insane blind item out, but I tend to think it's true. I'm going to read it to you, but let me give you the overview really quick, all right? Kylie is willing to sacrifice her pride to be with Timothee. She, sadly enough, thinks this is the best man. According to sources, she thinks this is the best man that she's ever had, which is actually sad. But when you look at Tyga and what that was, when you look at Travis, which I believe was really Kylie's true heartbreak, she had two children by that man and tried to lock him down. I think that's her great love. And when you look at Timothee, on the surface, he looks more sensitive, more this, but he might be the final boss of F-boys, because Timothee, baby, go ask about him and you'll find out, right? But the thing is, Kylie got a taste of what she had with Travis. Travis was a superstar, right? But he was a music superstar. It's like a high for her, they're saying, being around little Timothee, walking on the red carpet, playing the role of a girlfriend, finally morphing in to somebody she looks like she really admires, Lily Rose Depp. Except for Timothee, it's like, I already got what I needed, blah, 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 blah. Kris Jenner said, boy, if you think you're going to do a Pete Davidson, come back here, little Timothee. Because the sources are saying that when Kylie got with Timothee, don't get me wrong, the Kardashians were always big, but they hadn't done final boss. Like now they're like this with Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates. You saw the Kris Jenner birthday party. You saw it. And and Timothee doesn't have any new projects lined up at all. Now, I'm not saying he won't get something, but he's looking for his next project. And Marty Supreme is coming out December 25th. And Kris Jenner is like, if Kylie is not on your arm, you better treat this girl right, because I swear to God, yeah, back then you got Kylie on sale, but the price just went up. And you better start acting right. But when you think about it, Kris always does this for her girls. She did this with Khloe and Tristan. She did this with Scott and Courtney. She did this with Kim and Kanye. We know that Kris likes to step in, and she sees her daughter's relationships as also social climbing blocks. Again, shout out to Kris Jenner. She is the illest and realest to do it. Right? But here's the blind item that has everybody solidifying the fact that at the end of the day, Kylie is willing to take peanuts from Timothee. I know there's a whole thing, oh, they haven't broke up. Kylie, it's not a flex to say this man will be seen making out on your courtside. This man will be seen on pap strolls, even on the red carpet, but he will not acknowledge your name. He wants everybody to know, girl, you're disposable. I don't have to respect you. You're no one. But two, also, Kylie is said to be down with the 𝐊𝐤𝐥𝐢𝐞. She'll keep going a little bit more, hoping that over time he'll finally speak about the relationship. Kylie, I don't even know why I'm giving a fake billionaire lesson. Stop putting yourself on sale, girl. Stand up. Stand up. Now, he is probably going to walk away. I feel like I should tell you that, woman to woman. He's going to walk away. The guy that never thinks you're worth it, he will walk away. He will, right? He'll be intrigued for a second that you got a spine, and then he'll walk away. But who cares? He's not the one for you. If a man doesn't believe that you're worth all of that, walk away and find the man who is. Again, there is somebody for everybody. Like, Jesus Christ. Anyway, here's the blind item, okay? This is blind item 44. The boy who tried to leave the brand. They said, from what industry whispers and certain art house prince is discovering the hard way that dating a cosmetic heiress is not the same as dating a normal woman, because this heiress comes with a mother who negotiates like she's running a Fortune 50 company. Let's just say this actor, famous for cheekbones, moody roles, and a fan base that journals, has allegedly decided he's over, you hear me, over his billionaire adjacent romance. He's been trying to exit quietly, respectfully, almost academically. Like he's defending a thesis titled, How to Break Up Without Losing Your Career. But the heiress, she thinks it's just a rough patch. She's reportedly telling friends she's never felt love like this, and she's willing to play by his rules if it means he'll stay. Unfortunately, insiders say the rules changed months ago and he forgot to update her. So what does she do when the vibes are dying? She calls her mama. They said her mother. Because while the daughter is heartbroken, the mother is offended. And this mother, according to the Whisper Networks, doesn't do heartbreak. She does return on investment. Let's just say she's allegedly reminded the actor that when he signed up for her daughter, he signed up for her brand. He signed up to her brand. And this brand recently upgraded via an A-list billionaire's birthday party extravaganza. And she does not appreciate depreciation, especially not from a man without any major new films on the horizon. Rumor has it she told him in so many words, you better straighten up and fly right. You don't walk away for this family without consequences. Now, the heiress is clinging to a romance that's already halfway packed. The actor is trying to sneak out without breaking anything, and the mother is treating the whole thing like a hostile takeover. There's no co-star, no love triangle, no scandalous entanglement, just a simple truth. He wants out. She wants love. Her mother wants control. And only two of them realize the breakup has already happened. You guys, they're saying this is Timothee Chalamet, Kylie Jenner, and of course, Kris Jenner. What do you think? I mean, the signs are there, aren't they? And let me just say this with Kylie, right? I see a lot of dumb people being like, oh, you're enjoying another woman's pain. Shut up, dummies. Like, first of all, this isn't a funeral. This is something fun. It's escapism. Go take your little sad stuff and cry about what's going on in the government. But second of all, right? How is it, like, let me just say this. This isn't a little Hollywood fluff story. Timothee knew what this was in the beginning. Kylie knew what this was. If this blind item is true, and I believe it is, Kylie caught feelings. But what's the problem with that, right? Everybody's been there. You like a guy more than he likes you. You're being around a guy more, and you're giving more into the relationship than he's giving into you. And you thought because you're on a high, you feel like you're the prom queen, you get a taste of what it was with Travis, only this guy gets you into new rooms with Travis. Respected, art house, art film. You finally feel like you can get respected. I get it. But he just tore that from you. And I would say rather cruelly. It's weird. Why did he have to tell everybody that you're just disposable? He could have gone on with this. It leads me to believe he just wants you to go away. Now, I get it. Kylie is a brand. Kylie is patriarchy princess. She needs to be attached to a man for her brand to work. You can't cut up your face, your body, morph into other people like literally a shapeshifter, a daywalker. From the time you were 16, 17, literally your lips, your eyes, everything. You've honed yourself into be what pop culture says is the perfect woman. From your lips to your tush to your bush, right? Shout out to Skims and that stupid whatever. You've honed yourself to be the perfect. Part of being a patriarchy princess is you're a boss. You're a loving mom. You're the perfect woman everywhere. That doesn't work unless you have a man there. And it doesn't work unless you have a man that is big enough to be a provider. Somebody that sees everything they tell us from the Kardashian self-hate hill, because I do believe that's their brand, people that loathe themselves. Everything that heals. So if you get all of this, then you will have the keys to the kingdom. She needs that man by her side. The breakup is not just somebody being heartbroken. The breakup is a humiliation because the brand actually suffers. Now, we can argue as to whether Kylie actually knows it's a brand or whether this is the way all the Kardashians have. We can argue whether this is the way all the Kardashians have been raised to attract a man. You know, remember when Khloe said that her mom said that when you go on a date with someone, you give them a BGG, right? A sloppy toppy, even if you don't like them. Because if you want to go out on a second date, you got to let them know what that mouth do. She was raised in a culture that glorifies women diving into the patriarchy, becoming basically glorified blow-up dolls. And in that, if you can be the most glorified blow-up doll and the most this and the most that, and even dangle, they can look inappropriately at your sisters every now and then you will be valued by men. And no lie, a lot of men do feed into that. They do like it. But the point of the matter is, for this whole farce, if you will, to keep going, for the whole machine, for the patriarchy to be fed, it requires one thing. It requires a man. And again, since we're getting into patriarchy, a man that is above the alpha male to choose you. Because if you do all this and you're still single, well, what does that say? Why did you cut your body up? Why did you cut your face? Why do you do this? Why do you do that? Why did you build your whole life around it if you can't even attract? Again, I believe everybody talks about the Kardashian witches. I believe they made a pact with the patriarchy to be the perfect princesses. So when you talk about the fact of Kylie crying and not wanting Timothee to leave, it's more damaging to her brand if she leaves. But again, at the way that she's getting her mama to step in and allegedly making threats, and again, this is all blind item, it's all alleged, making threats to Timothee about his career, it makes you wonder, does Kylie actually believe that? And that's where she sees her value? Again, anyway, you guys, it's just an interesting way to look at it. Let me know what you think in the comments. But yeah, I 100% believe this blind item. And it's kind of like, is it the fact that Kylie's flexing, oh, we're still very much together. Are you? If he gets to do whatever he wants, he never comes to see you. He doesn't come to your mama's birthday party. He doesn't come to your birthday party. He doesn't buy you birthday presents. He's not around. He doesn't do anything. And the only time you see him is if he flies halfway across. You fly in your private jet halfway across the world to actually see him. But when he is like even a few hundred miles away, he cannot come to your mama's party. Yeah. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.